Do you still chase the pump?
The pump is always out there. You always have to chase after it, yes.
Welcome to the Pump is Full podcast. We're just going to be doing a shorter one today. Really excited. Halloween's coming up. I'm going to be Gardner Minshew. Callie's going to be the Bud Knight, I believe.
Yes.
What about you, Hud? What are you going as?
Myself.
The best costume you could have gone as. So we're going to talk about, first starting up, the really shitty NFL trade deadline we just had to go through. I'm going to start out with one of the big takeaways I got from it is the Jets are fucked. They had no control over what they were doing. They obviously weren't trying to trade for anyone. And then
they're all seeing ghosts now.
They're all
the whole front office is seeing ghosts.
They're seeing ghosts. I don't know if you saw what I was talking to Cal about this on the way
Jags?
here. No, Jamal Adams. He's pissed.
He was disrespected. I saw that today when I was on my phone. He said something. It was like the Patriots don't take calls for Brady. The Rams don't take calls for Donald.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm the best player on this team. They're taking calls for me. That's disrespectful. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets traded in the offseason just because I don't think he wants to be there. I don't know why you want to be there. I mean, you have to live in New York, which is kind of cool, but they'll probably end up moving away from him. He's a beast, though.
I think it was you and me, though, that looked at it, and the Jets' facilities are way farther away than the Giants' facilities.
They're in the shitty part of the tri-state area.
Oh, I guess since you brought that up, Leonard Williams traded from the Jets to the Giants just for a third and I think a fifth, maybe, I don't know.
I'm going to be honest. He was really good coming out of college. He was really hyped up. I thought he was going to be really good. Obviously, don't watch a lot of the Jets. You could have told me that he was super good, and I wouldn't have known that he was not as good as he was.
I thought he was a beast.
I thought he was a beast too.
I looked up his stats, and he's been very average at best. I think he's a decent run stopper. But
honestly, though, you can still tell me he's good because I wouldn't argue with you. He looks like it. He looks like he'd be good.
He looks like he's good. They also tried to get Dump Le'Veon, which
was weird.
The Steelers actually. So Benny Snell, Jalen Samuels, and James Conner are all hurt in some way. Also, Benny Snell. I don't know if
no, it's fine. They denounced him.
Yeah,
he's fine.
We
love you, Benny.
We have weed, but we love you, Benny. He got dropped, so
it's all good.
It's all good, all love. But with all them injured, they're actually
it was probably Paxton Lynch that gave it to him.
It had to have been. He still had leftovers from his time in Denver.
The swag. Oh shit, Spencer!
What?
I forgot to tell you. I found out this week that Chad Kelly is still with the Colts. He's on their practice squad. It made my week.
I should have gone as Chad Kelly or Swaggers for Halloween. That was kind of a missed opportunity.
He posted a picture on Instagram, and he was walking at a practice facility, and I was like, "What is he up to?" And then I was Googled him, and he was on the Colts practice squad. It made my day.
I don't know. I'm very excited. I was kind of excited. I kind of wanted Bell back just because of how bad our line or our running back.
Did the Steelers actually think about trading him?
I don't think they did. It was kind of just
Twitter stuff. Yeah.
I'm honestly, if we gave up a fourth for Bell, I'd be for it. But I really like our running back committee we have right now. It's very unfortunate they're all injured. What I really want is Jay Ajayi. He must be really banged up right now because of his knee, is what I'm guessing. But anyway,
is he a free agent?
Mm-hmm, he still is.
There's another big running back that's a free agent. I can't remember.
So the Jets obviously had no idea what they were doing. I'm pissed that the best trade we got was Aqib Talib and a fifth to the Dolphins. NFL trade deadline.
He's gonna be
sucks.
snatching hella chains down in South Beach.
Oh, everyone's
watch out if you're in 305. Your chain's gonna get snatched.
AJ Green was not freed from the Bengals. What are y'all's thoughts on AJ Green?
What's up with him? Is he coming back soon? Is he playing this week?
I think he's practicing this week.
He's practicing. Mm-hmm. There's a report that he said I'm not doing a 1-year deal. You either want me or let me go in free agency. So he wants some big contract, which is fair.
You think he's gonna go for the money? Take whatever teams pays him the most? You think he's trying to play for a legit contender?
He's probably tired of playing for bad teams.
Yeah, he's. I would say he can. First of all, he can get a bag and still get on a pretty decent team. I think he should just leave.
The Raiders should sign him.
He'd be the Raiders. I think it'd bring a good spark to their team.
The Jets should sign. The Jets should actually sign them. Jets, if you're listening to sign AJ Green, that'd be so lit. Sam Darnold and AJ Green.
That actually helped them out because they have a pretty bad.
Well, I know they're poorly run, and I think Adam Gase is a really bad coach. Like, I don't think he's good. I think we know what he is, and he's just a mediocre coach. But they actually have some nice young pieces. Like, I think Sam Darnold's good. Le'Veon's obviously one of the best backs in the NFL. They lack weapons, though, for Darnold to throw to. I said that at the beginning of the season. I mean, it's not going to matter now. They can't get anyone now. But I'm saying go get someone like A.J. Green in the offseason. That'll help him.
Trent Williams.
Oh, Trent Williams.
Let's talk about
Big
that.
Trent Williams.
Did not get traded like
Big
he
boy.
wanted to. He failed his physical, but I'm pretty sure he got intentionally a failed physical.
I'm not going to lie, though. If you look at any pictures of him from years past, there's no way in hell he passed his physicals like before. He looks so out of shape compared to like other offensive tackles.
I mean, you've been saying this like there's no way he was just in football condition to begin
No,
with.
he's just chilling. I don't blame him. That's what I'd be doing.
He just reported. He's like, okay.
Well, he
like,
only reported
to get his money.
Yeah, get his money. I think there was a report that he'd been like in Canada. He'd been like in Canada vacationing.
That's where I want to go. Just chilling in Canada. Nothing, not a care in the world.
Zeke was somewhere in Mexico during his holdout.
Did he hold out this year, right? Okay. Well, how long was that for?
I don't know, 3 weeks maybe.
Okay.
Did he have the nose ring when he went down to Mexico, or did he? Okay,
Yeah, so
good.
he had the nose
He's
ring.
had it for a while.
How do you feel about the nose ring?
Not a fan. I like my running backs to look like alphas.
So Alvin Kamara,
He
you like
like-
his nose ring either?
He looks so gross just because he's got a nose ring. He's like so like stocky, and he just
Zeke?
he has so much hair. Like his just like his beard. I'm not a fan of his beard. He didn't like groom it at all.
He's still a beast, though.
Oh no, he's a beast. There's nothing like he's a tank. He's gross. I'm trying to think of other gross players. Who's the tight end with like really gross, long, greasy blonde hair? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know Hayden Hurst is kind of like that for the Ravens.
Yes, he's gross.
Yeah.
Nathan wants me to say George Kittle.
George
No,
Kittle's a
George
monster.
Kittle's not gross.
The Joker, he's a
On my
monster.
fantasy team, really
He's
good.
a monster.
Like George Kittle.
Best tight end in the NFL. Sorry, Travis Kelce.
Kittle actually is now.
No, he is. Travis Kelce, you've really, really disappointed me in fantasy this year, but we can talk about that later.
Yeah, well, you got Matt Moore now, so that's not going to help a lot either. What are some of these other trades? So Trent Williams didn't get his trade, wanted the bag, out of shape. He probably won't even play. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't play. He's just like on.
He went from chilling in Canada to chilling in DC.
Yeah, he'll be fine. And then
Shout out Trent Williams though. Like, he just wanted his money. I don't blame him.
I thought it was actually really funny how much the Dolphins are going in that full commit tank. The fact that Kenyon Drake, who's probably at that moment before he got traded their best offensive weapon,
Kenyon Drake's a beast.
they're like, yeah, we're not going to bring him to Pittsburgh. We're just going to trade him beforehand.
Why do you think they gave up a pick to get Aqib Talib? That move didn't make any sense to me.
I don't even know if he's going to, like, he's
I-
old now, too.
I actually don't understand that trade at all. I understand it from Los Angeles' point of view. I don't know why Miami did that.
I want to see if I can find exactly what they gave up for him. We'll kind of just keep going until I can find that. But, Michael Bennett, what are your thoughts on that trade? Going to,
Onto Dallas now?
yeah.
I like it. I think it was Crawford that's out for the season, I think. I don't know, one of the D linemen. I've kind of been slacking recently. But I always will appreciate...
No. Oh, it's all good.
Go ahead.
Always appreciate depth on the D line.
I think my favorite trade, just in as a whole, I guess like a week before the deadline, was Emmanuel Sanders to the 49ers. Great trade by the 49ers.
My favorite trade was Mohamed Sanu to the Patriots.
Oh, you like the second? That's not.
I'll take the second. It'll be basically a third because Patriots won the Super Bowl, but I'll take it.
I think so.
There's going to be a nasty trick play. I don't know when Belichick's going to unleash it, probably in the playoffs. Probably not going to need it because they're just kicking the shit out of everyone. But like they're going to have a trick play where it's going to be like a double pass, like Edelman to Sanu to like back to Edelman or some crazy shit like that. Because now they have multiple players that can throw the ball.
So both those trades make so much sense. Sorry.
Well, it makes Well, it makes sense for the Patriots, the Patriots point of view, because I was watching something And the way that the Patriots basically been using Josh Gordon all year was in the slot, and like he's not built for that. It's not like the type of receiver he is. But Sanu is like a bigger slot receiver, and like that's what Atlanta used him in. That's what he's like comfortable in. So he did in Cincinnati. So he's gonna fit in that offense perfectly. He's probably gonna put up better numbers than he ever did in Atlanta.
Both trades make so much sense. So the Patriots with Josh Gordon going to IR, they really needed the help. They needed. Sorry,
That looks so gross.
This fried Oreo looks disgusting.
That looks so
His
gross.
face is not vibing with it.
That looks disgusting.
Okay.
It's just a night for shitty food.
I'll be honest, I kind of vibe with it.
It's just like someone chewed up an Oreo and warmed it up in their mouth, and then they fried that chewed up Oreo, and now it's in my mouth.
All right, I'll be honest, I'm a fan of it.
Thank you, Cliff.
It's grown on me.
It goes on you.
It comes with ice cream too.
Yeah. I don't know. No, that's fine. You can have it.
That was my Uber Eats delivery fee.
But damn. Okay. Shout out to Fried Oreos from Sonic. That's our first sponsor. $3 for 3.
And ice cream.
We need a quick shout out to Sonic for sponsoring it with Fried Oreos. This podcast. Anyway, Sanu makes a lot of sense. They need Josh Gordon going to IR, who I think would be a great pickup for like a team like the Jets or the Steelers
Or the Raiders.
or the Raiders. Just a team who needs some wide receiver help.
Maybe the Saints.
Maybe the Saints.
Fuck the Saints.
Fuck the Saints. And then Emmanuel Sanders, the 49ers are obviously a playoff contender. They're for real after their beatdown of Carolina. And their biggest problem was their passing game, and Emmanuel Sanders helps so much with that. Like, it's very unfortunate that the two teams who are probably going to win the Super Bowl are either the 49ers or Patriots. 'Cause
I don't think the 49ers make the Super Bowl.
Right now, that D line.
I mean, that D line's nasty.
And they're
like,
it's just the.
I still feel like come playoff time, give me Drew Brees, give me Aaron Rodgers over Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, I don't care how good that D line is. Give me one of those two, and they're like, I hate the Saints, but like I take both those two over the 49ers.
Here's my argument. So they're doing exactly what Denver did when they won it. They
carried a shitty quarterback with a good defense.
They had a great defense and a solid running
I don't
game.
think Garoppolo's shitty. I'm not saying he's shitty. I'm just
I
saying
think he's average, honestly, right now.
Yeah.
He's very like meh. But no, they gave up a third and fourth. They got a fifth back too, so they still got a pick out of it, and they got a very solid Emmanuel Sanders, who
he's good.
I think he was great on the Steelers, great on the Broncos. He's still
I feel
probably
like he's underappreciated everywhere he goes.
Underappreciated.
He's not gonna be like ever. I mean, he's old now, so he's never gonna be in the conversation for like one of the NFL's best receivers. But like he
gonna help
gets the job done.
He'll help that room with Debo and George Kittle. Like,
Yeah. And Dante Pettis.
And Dante Pettis. That it was a smart trade. I approve. And then Jalen Ramsey to Los Angeles. Did we talk about that last time? I don't think so.
I think that was after we recorded.
Okay, yeah.
I don't remember what we talked about last time. It was very long.
I know, it's so long. I don't think we did either. I think this is a win-win. Or it was a win-win for both teams. So, oh no, we did, because we talked about how Jacksonville gets all of of the Rams picks. But still,
yeah.
I'll just kind of touch on it. Like I said last time, it's a win-win. Jacksonville.
I mean,
gets
Julio
picks.
cooked him in his first game, but that was still a good trade for them.
Oh, so I'm reading the article because this is what I was just using to track all the trades. And the very first thing, players potentially on trading block. Falcons outside linebacker Vic Beasley.
Can I go off on that?
Let's go. Let's
go.
So
Dumb and Dumber.
this dude, Vic Beasley. So it's Dan Quinn. We all know. Gave him his little contract extension. Kind of having faith in him. Didn't live up to that. Whatever. But the fact that he's so bad that no one was even like, they were trying to trade him, actively trying to trade him, and they couldn't even get a 6th-round pick for this man. No team wanted to at least take a flyer on a guy that had like 15+ sacks in a season not that long ago. That just shows how shitty he is. And I'm tired of whatever.
I see. I think it's kind of insane seeing all these players willing to get shopped. Darius Slay, I know, was on the trading block. Who
He was pissed. Did you see that?
I mean, he should be.
Well, no, because he was pissed because they traded. Who's the one dude the Lions traded?
Quandre Diggs.
So they traded Diggs, and Diggs was like one of the veteran captains. I don't think he was a team captain, but he was like a big part of that.
He was
locker room.
locker room.
And that was
yeah.
like Slate's boy.
They loved
and
him.
he was pissed about that. Like he went off. He said the whole team was pissed. Not a good look, but whatever. I'm surprised the Eagles didn't trade for Darius Slate.
I am too. They need so much help in that back, that
Yeah.
back secondary. They need to do OJ. Oh, I'll give a quick shout out to Zach. OJ Howard. Bucks are trying to move him. I'm kind of surprised they didn't get him moved. I think he's a good tight end.
I wish Zach
I
was
saw
here
a
right now. to
picture of
talk about
him in some airport. Like he was in maybe Boston or Philly. Like someone took a picture of him. Could have been fake. I don't know. I just saw it on Twitter.
I don't know. It would have been nice because they definitely should. I like Jameis, but they.
I wish Zach was here right now to talk about the new Jameis Winston story that's come out of as of today.
What was
Did you watch that video?
No, what happened?
Did you watch that, Cal?
No, I didn't.
Oh boy, this shit's wild. So basically, to sum it all up, so there's this Twitter account called One of One Jameis, and Zach sent the YouTube video today. I watched it when I got up. It was like One of One Jameis, and it's basically like this Twitter account ran by this anonymous guy that like he just loves Jameis. He'll fight any sports reporter. He also wrote like a 300-page book how like the media skews our opinion to derail us from like the fact that Jameis Winston's on the path to be like a Hall of Fame quarterback. Some crazy shit like that. I don't know. But the whole thing is that these people like did like some digging, and like the guy doesn't tweet during games. He says it's like his break time. And he also doesn't go on interviews, but he'll go on like anonymous phone call interviews. And his voice sounds identical to the GM. Like they're played it side by side in the video. It sounds just like him. And it would make sense because like that was his first draft pick when he got there. And Jameis is obviously probably one of the biggest busts in the last like 10 years. And it's like just him standing up for Jameis. Zach said people debunked it. I didn't see that though. But like either way, this story's wild because Jameis obviously is not good. And if it is the GM running the account, that's wild too. But that was the summary of it.
I actually, now that you said that, I was reading that in the group chat earlier today. They got to move on. At this point.
Joe Burrow will be there soon enough.
Yeah. The problem is they have to make sure they don't win enough games because Joe Burrow should be off the board with.
Well, they'll get enough. They'll get enough good enough quarterback. There's at least they'll get one of like the big three.
Oh God, I thought Cal was asleep for a second. I was like, yo.
I'm not asleep.
Yeah. So with that, I don't know, was there any other big thing? Let's hear it.
It's another Falcons rant, but them not taking up the Detroit Lions on their offer to trade for Devontae Freeman. Don't really understand that. He is one of the biggest contracts a running back has in the NFL, and he's just definitely not worth that. But it's whatever.
What's a trade you all wish you would have seen?
Devontae Freeman get traded, but no, I mean, well, that's me personally. Probably Le'Veon to the Texans or Chiefs. That would have been lit.
I was about to say that.
That would have been so
him
cool.
getting, or just one of these, like, honestly could have been Devontae Freeman or Le'Veon Bell. Just one of those.
I mean, yeah.
One of them getting traded to a contender.
I would have liked to see, just for the chaos, Foles to the Bears.
Oh wait, no, I lied. I wanted to see Andy Dalton get traded. Actually,
To where?
I don't care where. I just wanted to see him get traded
Why? Like,
because it's his birthday.
is his birthday today?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
It was his birthday when he got benched.
Oh, that was yesterday. Then it's whenever Ryan Finley got.
Yeah.
Ryan Finley's their backup?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was yesterday because he got benched on the 29th. He got officially on their roster.
Okay, so yeah. Then yesterday, I wanted them to. Okay, so yeah, the trade deadline was yesterday. Then yeah, so exactly. I wanted Andy Dalton to just get traded somewhere, just so I could see him play again for another team and suck as well.
Jamal Adams to the Cowboys would have made me the happiest boy in the world.
Do you guys have your first, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Year.
What would you have given up for Jamal Adams? I would have given up like a first.
Yeah,
and
I
a
would've
second.
Whatever they
given
wanted.
Force.
Like, you're not. I don't think they're gonna draft someone, because it's probably gonna be like a middle first round. Hopefully.
Mhm.
What if they
close
asked?
to late
What if
first
they asked for
round.
Jason Witten straight up? You doing that?
I don't know. I don't know who we'd dump it off to on 3rd and 4, but yeah, no, definitely. I would have done anything the Jets would have asked for that.
Shout out. Now we're talking about the Cowboys. Shout out Jerry Jones' grandson. He got his ass beat by Alabama this weekend. He got in for Arkansas.
His name John Stephen Jones.
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
He's from
Obviously, I heard it
Dallas.
wasn't very good though.
All right. This looks like a good time for a quick break and a quick shout out to our sponsors. So we actually did a little taste test of a local restaurant here in Lexington.
Oh yeah.
Crumb's Bar and Grill. Well, Hudson, let's start us off. What are your thoughts on Crumb's Bar
First,
and Grill?
what did you say? What you ordered first?
Yeah, say what you ordered.
What did I order again? The Cali fries. It wasn't good, but it's what I expected from Crumbs. Did warn us that the kitchen was very clean. Probably won't be going back, so we need a new restaurant to talk about on here. That's all I got to say.
Wait, fuck. I don't think wants us to name drop him. So I'm going to have to bleep out every single time we just said his name.
Wait, why are we supposed to name drop him?
Because he said... he said...
You mean he can't drop name in this?
Yeah, it's actually fun to... It's actually fun to bleep it. But...
Wait,
yeah.
why can't we...
Well, he said just, I don't know, because he's doing business or something with them, so
Okay,
that
yeah,
might be
never
why.
mind. Crumbs was great. Shout out. Fuck.
No, we're going. We keep going. There's no way they hear this. All right, so Cali fries. We
It's not like they have customers. They have time on their hands to
yeah,
listen to this.
that's true. We have freedom. We have freedom to critique. This is a critique. Yeah, go ahead. Talk about the Cali fries.
They were fine. I don't. Moke's probably about to throw up in my living room because
I'll go next, and then you can
this
can be the anchor,
This has
Cal.
been a shitty.
I'll be
ad
the
read.
anchor.
This has been a shitty ad read. So
Shout out Vitamin Water.
We do like vitamin water here. So I got the chicken tenders and chili cheese fries. So we'll start off with the chicken tenders. Horrible. Absolutely, like, they weren't crispy at all. They were definitely frozen chicken tenders that they just threw in a deep fryer. I could tell that it was fake meat because I know what a real chicken tender tastes like. That's false advertisement. There's a difference between tender strips and fingers. It's the cut of meat.
You ever had Crispers?
Crispers from where?
Chicken Crispers are basically just like fancy chicken tenders. They're mostly at Chili's.
That's where we should go next for our next food review.
Chili's food review.
Chili's on the... I know. We actually should.
Can we record this at a restaurant sometime? Actually,
I'll actually bring my stuff when we can.
We have to
But
put like a cone on
anyway, chicken tenders disgusting. I had to use Kroger brand Chick-fil-A sauce.
shout out Kistler.
Shout out Kistler. Definitely helped a lot. Then the chili cheese fries, soggy. Chili sucked. The cheese was obviously fake. I really was going into it with low expectations, like extremely low expectations. Like, I don't know if they could have really gotten lower, and you somehow were worse than my expectations. I'm just popping off. Cal,
So-
we'll go to you.
I also had an order of the Cali fries, and the last time that I had fries with cheese on them was a little story about my time in the Holy Grail in downtown Cincinnati.
Shout out Ocho Cinco.
Yes, Ocho Cinco.
Shout out to the-
Megan Fox was
The
there.
Burrow?
The Burrow, yes, the Burrow.
Has to get drafted there now.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, it makes too much sense.
I don't want to play against them.
Okay, and they weren't as terrible as my counterparts have been talking about. I can't speak for the chicken because it looked just absolutely disgusting.
I looked at it.
I wouldn't have eaten it if I had ordered it. I would have just taken the L. But
Giving it back to your Uber Eats driver,
Yeah.
the engineer.
yeah, our Uber Eats driver's an engineer, so no, but it wasn't terrible. I would eat it again.
Would my roommate and fraternity president like to comment on the chicken fingers?
If I talk too much, they'll come back out.
Thank you, Andrew. Oh yeah, sponsors. Cal, you got one?
Yes, I'll let you go first.
Okay, so sponsor Gardner Minshew, wherever you are, just know we'd love to have you on the pod. Oh, before I forget, I have a hot tip from KSR's own Drew Franklin.
Oh yeah.
I met him at the line in a dining hall on campus. We kind of chatted him up for a bit, asked him about his takes on the Titans. Go. I hope they picked it up too. So, Drew Franklin's takes. He approves of Tannehill over Mariota. He likes the switch. He doesn't blame Mariota for the bad game against Denver. He blames the line. He likes Taylor Lewan. And he also says he's out on Mike Vrabel. He does not like Mike Vrabel. He wants a coaching change, and that's where he stands on as a resident Tennessee Titans fan. Mike Vrabel or Drew Franklin.
My only sponsor of the week. I don't really know who to thank for this, but it's been a revelation recently in my life. I would love to just, obviously after I turned 21, I would buy a beer for whoever invented curtains.
Curtains?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on curtains?
Because all rooms would be so sunny if they had a window and warm, and it'd be so hard to nap if you didn't have curtains.
That's
so thank you to curtains, man.
Oh, limes is a good one too. Got anything, Hud?
No.
I'll give a quick also sponsorship to Limes. The motor scooters are pretty cool. Fuck spins and fuck birds. Unless you guys want to give us money, then I'm back in. All right. So just a quick kind of just to wrap up. I just want to kind of go over a couple games real quick, just from the previous week. I think the Vikings Redskins game was very boring, but shout out to Kirk for getting a dub. Seahawks Falcons, I think the Falcons are in full tank mode.
Tank for Chase.
Tank for Chase Young. That's the best thing they could do.
Purpose?
At this,
You know what? No, because they're not that smart. They're not taking on purpose. They're probably going to mess it up. They're going to go on a run where they win like 5 games, and we're going to end up in a shitty draft position, but it's whatever.
I think Jacoby Brissett balled out against, or when I say balled out, I mean it was just very impressive, his comeback win against the Broncos, because they still have a pretty decent defense, but I don't know. I'm a big fan of Jacoby Brissett.
I'd like to see Von Miller get traded this offseason.
I wanted to see him on the trade. I heard he was rumored to get traded too, and I really wanted to see that. Oh, let's go, Cal!
What?
Caking over there?
No, I'm looking at the scores from last week.
Okay. And then Baker looked bad. Not as bad as he has in recent weeks. But I know you don't like that slander, Cal.
No, I understand it.
But Cleveland's a mess right now. His interview is, I understand he was kind of getting pressured by the interviewer, but it's not a good look. I think it's going downhill in Cleveland right now.
Well, this week they get to play against the Broncos, so that should be fun for him.
Are they playing in Denver?
In Denver, and then they have.
That's a hard place to play.
Then the Bills at home.
That's still a tough game.
Then the Steelers, so basically a bye week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure. The Green Bay Chiefs. I didn't watch a lot of that. I just kind of was keeping up with it. Aaron Rodgers looks good.
When is Devontae Adams coming back? Like, I don't know what his issue is.
It's
Every week
I
I put him in my fantasy lineup, projected like 13 points. I come back like 2 days later, he's projected 0 again. Not playing. I don't know what his issue is.
Well, they don't need him because they have the best 1-2.
I mean, I realize they don't need. I realize they don't need him, but I need him.
You might be smoking meth.
That's facts. That's
I
straight facts.
realize they might not need him.
Can one of y'all
personally
can one of y'all explain what turf toe is for the people out there that might not know?
Someone explained it to me. Was it you, Spencer?
No.
Someone recently actually explained it to me. It basically is when you break like a bone in your foot and it's all like shattered.
Isn't it like a broken bone in your toe?
Yeah,
A hyperextension of like pushing off.
I think so.
You're pushing against like the wooden knuckle bangs.
I don't know.
I was gonna have to.
I want to also give a shout out to David Montgomery, finally getting his touches. It's really looking like the pick they drafted him for. And then also want to give a quick shout out to the Bears kicker who missed 2 field goals.
Eddie Pinheiro.
Their kicker struggles are just unheard of.
So if you're the Bears, let's say they either draft a quarterback in one of the early rounds, which they probably won't, or they somehow a free agent just falls into their lap. You have I'll give y'all a 3rd-round pick. There's just a stud kicker on the board. Let's say like Rodrigo Blankenship maybe on the board. How early do you take him in the draft?
Well,
considering what the Bears have gone through.
Last time a kicker got drafted super high was Roberto Aguayo.
Yeah.
Second to the Bucks, and he fucking sucked.
He does so.
He does suck. I I don't know. I don't think you draft a kicker until like the 5th at least.
Okay.
I think they should well, I don't know if Cam Newton's gonna get shot anymore because Kyle Allen did not play well. Although the 49ers defense is still nasty, but I don't know.
Teddy Bridgewater's gonna get it back.
It was projected he's gonna get like 25 to 30 million, which I can see.
It's Matt Flynn all over again.
That honestly, I don't want to say it, but remember how the Bears paid Mike Glennon like 15 mil? I could realistically see them paying Teddy.
Just
Perry.
draft someone. Don't do that. But whatever. I don't care.
It's Teddy
They're not
Bridgewater's
mine.
not a dynamic quarterback, although
No, he's
I think
boring.
he's solid.
He's so boring.
But it's weird to think that he's more dynamic than Mitch Trubisky is right now.
Mitch is just dumb. That's
Yeah.
his problem. He's just dumb. Like, he's athletic. But, like, you'll see, like, screenshots. I still remember the screenshot from the first week. We talked about it on here. Of against the Green Bay. The whole offensive line's open. He just had to run 10 yards for a touchdown. And I think he threw an interception on the play instead. He's overthrowing everybody.
What are they?
He also struggles throwing to the left side of the field.
I actually saw that. I don't know why. He just can't throw a crossbody.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know.
They don't have a great receiver core, but he sucks. He really
He seems like a really nice guy, though.
Yeah, I could be boys with him.
I would trust a guy named Mitch.
Not
Mitchell?
No, not Mitchell. Mitchell's a bitch
Mitchell,
name.
yeah, no.
Mitch is a cool name.
I'm out on Mitchell.
Do not,
I'd like to hang out with Mitch, though.
please. The Texans had to fight back against the Raiders, which
Shout out Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins. Y'all's Halloween costumes were dope. You won best Halloween costume.
I was gonna send
I
that
didn't see
to
them.
y'all, but it was just too difficult to.
So
make a
good.
Group on Instagram.
Their Halloween party was so lit. Lil Baby was there.
Wait, who? So DeAndre.
You see that, Cal? And the
The
and the Astros are about to win the World Series.
The Nats just hit a home run.
That just hit a home run.
I mean, the Astros still going to win. Houston's turning up right now.
Top of the 7th.
dude, did you all see that video?
Are they the best sports town right now?
Houston?
Yeah. They might be. Think about it. The Rockets are going to make the playoffs. They're like a contender. The Texans are a contender. They're about to win the World Series.
They don't have a hockey team, so I can't be in on them.
That's true. You have to have a hockey team to be the best sports town.
I still need to find a favorite hockey team.
I thought you settled on the Sharks.
I don't want to be a Sharks fan. California could be gone any moment.
They
The big earthquake could happen and fall in the water. I need a team that's
or it
reliable.
could burn down. Like there's so many things going on there. We're actually switching to a hockey podcast right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Shout out my fantasy hockey team.
Hockey, eh?
Do y'all have anything else or?
Yeah.
Oh wait! I actually have something. Did you all see the video? I really hope I sent it to y'all. It's this like super ripped girl, and she has like these long dreads, and someone goes, "Yo, why is DeAndre Hopkins on my screen right now?" Dude, if he ever hears this, he would actually personally fly out to here and just beat our asses.
Oh yeah.
Like
He'd beat our ass.
he wants the smoke.
It's all love though for DeAndre.
No, I love DeAndre Hopkins. It's just
D-Hop.
D-Hop,
That's my boy.
Nuke.
Yeah,
That's a lame ass nickname, but it's all love. I want to highlight a little bit of college football. Lynn Bowden is the most valuable player in the entire country. He can literally do everything.
He's actually such a dynamic runner. Like
You
it's
think he'll lead after this year?
after what he's been he's
so
done.
good.
He's so this is like just based off like my reference, and I'm not saying they're the same player, like in terms of quality, but he's actually just like Jalen Samuels, where he's super dynamic. You can have him do a lot of things, and so like you can get him as almost like a player that
I think he's like I think he's a good comparison. He's like the more athletic, less physical version of Jalen Samuels. You know what
like,
I mean?
You can draft him, and you could feel comfortable putting him at running back. Although he definitely in the NFL would need to gain a little bit of weight. Like
Yeah, I mean he would though. Like
he definitely would, especially with like just the training and extra.
fuck, the Bears just might want to draft him.
I mean, he'd be. You can play him receiver. You can play him at running back. It's his ability in space is insane. You can play him at returner. Like he's a solid I think he's a solid 4th round pick.
I-
where
yeah,
where
I-
you trust him that you're like, I'm gonna get this guy. And
Shout
I
out
can just
Lynn.
Put him anywhere on the field.
I
Yeah.
hope
And
he
then
stays.
Oh no, I hope he stays. After these like couple games, where
He's gone,
dropping
though, I
off,
think.
Like he's shown his value.
Um,
He'll get drafted.
And I want to publicly announce that Chase Young is the best player in all of college football, period. There's no one better than him. He's the best player in college football. It's not even close.
He's already eclipsed his stats, or I think he's at like he had 13.5 last season, which is really good. Like that's about as
Like I would,
he has that many this year.
he's such an animal. I can't remember like a college. There have been a ton of great pass rushing prospects the past couple years. Clowney was great. Both the Bosa brothers. I'm probably missing a couple other people. Josh Allen was great. Chase Young's a different animal. He looks like a physical freak. He doesn't look like he's from here, like from Earth. He's the best player in college football.
If the
without a
Dolphins
doubt.
were smart,
They're not. They're taking quarterback.
yeah, I know. If they were smart, they would take Chase Young and then get their get Burrow after that once Tua gets picked up. But they're not going to do that. So
Have the
Yeah.
Steelers first too.
no, but the Steelers. I think the Steelers are probably going to get like finish 14th or whatever because they have a pretty easy schedule coming up. Like they get the Jets. They'll probably split with the Browns. I'd imagine
It
they
really-
still have the Bengals again.
It really sucks because I'm so hyped, like watching Chase Young, like watching his highlights, and that's why I want the Falcons to draft. But I know what they're gonna do. It's exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna go on a run. I don't know when. Sometime within the next like couple weeks, they're gonna win like 3 games straight, and they're gonna lose that draft pick. But that's neither here nor there.
And they're gonna have to trade up or just not get him. But
I think
especially
they should have traded Austin Hooper.
Nah, keep Hooper. He's young.
Andrew, do you have anything to say?
Yeah.
Thank you. That has been my
What's up?
fraternity president. All right. I think that's all we have for today. It's been a good podcast. Shout out to Fried Oreos and not shout out to Crumbs Bar and Grill. This has been the Pumps Full podcast, and I thank you all for tuning in.
There's something in the...